Good afternoon. This is Dominic with the Backvlog. It is the last day of May, so this is going to be the May media acquisition video, despite the fact that at the time of recording this, I haven't even edited the April media acquisition video yet. So you'll probably get two in the month of June, or who knows, you might not even get this one until July. Regardless, I got a few things here. First off, I want to start with a pre-order that I got from Bandcamp. I haven't seen this yet, so I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know what it is. This has been in the making for, I want to say, a good 4 or 5 years now. And there was like a Kickstarter and everything. But this is from My Pet Flamingo, the Nobody Here vaporwave documentary. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to. I don't have anything to say about this because I haven't seen it yet. I am looking forward to seeing this though because I got the soundtrack for it as well on vinyl, which it didn't come in, so I won't be showcasing it in this video. Perhaps I will in the next video. But I've been listening to that soundtrack a lot, and there's a lot of songs that I used to listen to in my early college days. And you know, it's not music I listen to anymore because I don't have those releases physically. I really only listen to what I own. But I am glad that it has some of those tracks. It was kind of a blast from the past. Even though that past was that past was a decent while ago, maybe like 6 or 7 years ago at this point. But I'm really looking forward to hearing about the history of vaporwave. It's been around for 16 or 17 years at this point, and its roots are even earlier than that, decades earlier than that. I really love that genre, so I'm excited that this documentary exists and that the scene is still alive, and the scene is definitely still alive. If you guys are sleeping on Bandcamp, get off your freaking Spotify and your Tidal and your Apple Music or YouTube Music or whatever, and start supporting artists on Bandcamp. That's my PSA to you. Next up, I went to a community yard sale in my city, and I didn't get too much that day. I was looking for more, but I think it was smaller in scale than it was last year. If you're interested in seeing my pickups from the last year's community yard sale, I believe it's the May media acquisition of last year. I'm pretty sure it was around the same time. It might be April or May. But yeah, the ones I got this time, I haven't seen either of these films. I got Beau is Afraid, the Ari Aster film, the anxiety attack inducing Joaquin Phoenix film, 3 hours of just social stress. I don't know anything about it. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'll probably watch this around Halloween time. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And the other one I got is an Arrow Video release of a film I've never heard of called Evil Ed. And the reason I picked this up is because I love boutique Blu-ray films. I like Arrow Video, even though I'm more of a Criterion guy. But I got this for a freaking bargain. It says $10 here. I didn't take this off. I actually got this for $5 because the guy was about to pack up and he just wanted to get rid of inventory. So I came over and he said he'll sell it to me for $5 instead of $10. I didn't even ask him to do that. He just did that. So yeah, I got Evil Ed. I am looking forward to the schlocky 80s horror of it. I believe it's 80s. I believe it came out in the 80s. Yeah, I guess it was like I could be wrong, but it seems to be it was like a straight to VHS. So I don't know anything about it, but I'm looking forward to watching this too. I hope I didn't frick up the disc though. There are 3 discs in here though. Oh, okay. There's the original cut and the special ed edition. I will have to explore this then. I don't know anything about this film. If you knew anything about Evil Ed, let me know in the comments if you like it or not. It looks like it's going to be quite an interesting time, given the the nature of that cover art there. And then on Mother's Day, I hung out with my mom and my aunt and my grandmother, the moms of my family. And we went to a record show in my hometown. And I got some records there. I wasn't really looking for anything in particular, so I was just kind of picking stuff up as I saw it. But yeah, I guess I will get right into it. This is a very 70s prog haul right here, with the exception of this, which I'll start with, I guess. We have Aha's Scoundrel Days. I love Hunting High and Low, and I've been listening to the hell out of that album. And I really want more Aha in my life. So I picked this up. I haven't listened to this, so I'm looking forward to checking it out. I love 80s new wave. It's super cheesy. It's a genre that's very easy to make fun of, but it puts me into a headspace and a time and place that I've never experienced in my life. That, you know, I guess I'm looking at through rose-tinted glasses, despite the fact that I wasn't even alive during that time. But I guess it kind of goes back to vaporwave, why I like vaporwave. I guess maybe it's a vaporwave thing, just the vibe of the nostalgia for a time period in which you've never experienced, which there's a word for that, and I don't know the word. If I remember the word, I will put it on screen right where my finger's at, even though it would probably be blocked out by the whiteness of the spines here. I got Momentary Lapse of Reason by Pink Floyd. This is the first post Roger Waters Pink Floyd album. And I don't know if this is a hot take or anything. I'm not a biggest fan of Roger Waters. I think his lyrics are incredible. I think his songwriting is incredible. I think his vocals, especially in The Wall and the final cut, like the early 70s Pink Floyd albums where he's singing, I really like those. Like, I don't think he's unbearable in there, but I think in The Wall and the final cut, he sounds like Randy Newman trying to do a Stewie Griffin impression, and I just cringe every single time I listen to him. So yeah, you got Roger Waters' Pink Floyd right here. David Gilmour is such a good guitarist, though. Obviously, he's one of the greats. And, you know, even though this isn't like classic Pink Floyd, it still has David Gilmour's tasteful prowess. So you can't ever go wrong with that. I haven't listened to this album too much. I know it's a lot more like rock and rolly than it is like prog, kind of like the early 70s Pink Floyd. Because I think this is 87 this came out, yeah. So this is more like kind of radio friendly era Pink Floyd, which, you know, it's not the most exciting, but like I said, you can't go wrong with David Gilmour. So next up we have Yesterdays by Yes. I haven't listened to this album very much either, but I've been getting into Yes a lot because I've been listening to Fragile like on repeat for the past few weeks now, and it makes me really want to finish JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I never finished. But that's not what this is about. This is about Yesterdays by Yes. I do like this album, what I've heard from it so far. I really have to sink more of my teeth into it, but it doesn't have as many annoying tracks as Fragile does. And even though Fragile does have some of the annoying tracks on it, there's freaking bangers on that. I don't know if I've listened to this album enough to really consider any of the tracks bangers yet, but time will tell how many bangers are on this thing. And lastly, we have Zoot Allures by Frank Zappa. I have never listened to this album, but every single time I see an affordable Frank Zappa record that I do not have, I always go for it. I love Frank Zappa. He's all over the place. He's zany. He's eclectic, and he's very, what's the word? Virtuistic. I don't know. the state of having virtuosity, or virtuoso. He's a virtuoso. Uh, he's a master of his craft. He's a master composer, master songwriter, and guitarist. And he had some very strong opinions about a lot of things. And I'm looking forward to seeing what these tracks in here are about. I can make an assumption just by looking at some of the titles of these tracks. But one of my favorite things about Zappa is that he writes about three things. Any Zappa song you go to, it's going to be about one of three things. It's going to be about fucking, it's going to be about people he hates, or it's going to be about a whole bunch of nonsense that makes absolutely no sense, and there's no in between. He's nuts. His playing is nuts. All of his bands, his members in his bands are nuts. And yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. That about sums it up for this media acquisition for May of 2026. I'm glad you joined me. If you are familiar with any of these things and you have any comments about them, let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to sinking my teeth into pretty much everything I've gotten here. A lot of this stuff is brand new to me, so yeah, we'll see. But until then, take care of yourself.